So, from listening to you, you sound like you're on the right track. You just got to keep that up. And it's more people and more people. I mean, the last day, which was a powerful living experience, that was the conference just coming up, I think in March, again in Orlando. The room was 700 people. Half of them were coaches, and probably 100 of them decided to spend another $10,000 for the next session. It's a numbers game, it's sales, but you gotta keep doing what you're doing. If you're starting with 200, just keep on adding to that, and continue to do what you're doing. Because you got a good story, you seem like a great person. Eventually somebody will say, okay, I know what you do, I can help somebody. And that's what coaching is about, if I can help somebody.
Yes. Well, I love what you're saying. You're almost talking about coming up with my own coaching program, training other coaches. That's what I'm hearing.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you can do it without spending the money I spend.
Hire people to do.
So I think you do a very great job of telling the story. Very
Week, I'm speaking a word. They're really enjoying it. But at some point, I don't want them to get too used to that because then I'll be free all the time.
right.
What do you have right now? What is your sales funnel right now? Because I know you said you have a course, right? Are you creating a course?
I'm creating a course to teach women how to go from pain to power. How do you
Is that course completed yet?
It's not complete because what I want to do. So I have the structure of it, of course, right? And it's basically a 4 to 6 part course.
How many, is it like is it a group or what is it just?
It's a course. Yeah.
It's a course.
Oh, okay. It's an online course. So if I sign up for your course, what am I going to get?
Yes. So you get one-on-one coaching, right?
Also, it's one-on-one coaching.
Right. So,
Okay.
so where I want to start is one-on-one coaching because it's going to allow me to refine my process
Okay.
and then go to group coaching.
Okay.
So if I'm in Florida, when I see you, how do you want to?
Yeah. So it'll be either through Zoom, Skype. It'll be one-on-one, and it would be direct phone calls with me. That's what I mean. The one-on-one is high touch.
I'm big on expediting, right? And so what makes you think that the approach to refining your coaching is going to come from one-on-one versus maybe having 10 people and getting feedback, input, questions? I think your
kind of like
feedback-
this, kind of like Masterminds.
Yeah, I think your feedback would be a little bit of home from a group session and not just a one-on-one session.
Right, because I have a consultation business for finances, so I've been trying to do the one-on-ones,
Yes.
and they're small. So I'm moving to the group, to like the debt buster plan, group of people who want to get out of debt, and charging for them to come to that. It's 6-month session to get out of the debt. So that is better because I can get 15 people and give them a rate versus just that one person.
Just an hour.
Yeah.
And it's still part of your funnel because from the ones who want one-on-one,
Yeah,
you'll get them
okay.
from that group.
They're gonna pay a higher
Yeah, they'll pay a higher price because
Yes.
your time is premium, right? So
Exactly.
if you have 20 people in a group and you're going to identify where people want some specific help.
Exactly.
And you say, oh, okay, well, so for you make an appointment, we'll talk, it's going to cost you X amount for us to be able to have that one-on-one.
Right.
Okay, so that's good because I've been going back and forth between starting with one-on-one, getting some things down and honed, and
Now
then
you're getting
saying,
home with the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The group is
The
where you
trial
get
and
it
error
hard.
is where you're going
Because
to
there's a lot of different feedback, different things going to happen, the dynamic of the
and you
group.
see
Somebody
where
wants
you,
to
exactly. This is
start
where you
posting.
make your money on the back end. But you have to take them through a process. So you have a book, you have, you have to have other things that you can offer people to bring them in, right? So initially, like you may give someone, it could be either through a blog, it could be through something where you're capturing all of these people and then you take them to your Facebook Lives. You know what I'm saying?
so that's what we were talking about the assessment.
Uh-huh.
So I've got these women, right, and they're going to opt in for a free assessment, which is going to basically give them an assessment of whether or not they are prepared, right? Do they have the right tools
Right.
to go through adversity with power? Okay, so that's how I'm going to collect their email addresses
Okay.
to bring them through the funnel.
And then what's the next stage of the funnel?
And so that's why I'm coming here to say what's the next stage.
What's the next
Okay,
So
yeah.
one of the things.
What do you face? Mention the book. Offer
Yes.
your book on that, right?
Yes.
But you're going to go through something that eventually takes them to their to a group coaching and to an individual coaching session, right? So it's about get all the people who have these problems, the ones who don't see the value. You're not going to be able to boil the ocean and keep,
That's right. I'm talking
repeat
to
that.
Karen. Karen is my girl.
You're not going to be able to get everybody, and it's okay.
Right. Not even looking for everybody.
Right. You want the people who are looking for that type of service that you're providing that's going to enable them and empower them to handle what they're dealing with. That's what you're doing.
But I also heard you say something about you want women who are already healed.
So when I talk about the Facebook group, women supporting other women, right? In the Facebook group, the women, the whole point is everyone's gone through some sort of adversity,
Okay.
right? And because you've gone through on the other side, right? Some people have gone through, and on the other side they're stronger. They admit, I'm stronger because I went through that. Then, to this point, you're able to teach someone else how to go through. It's a Harriet Tubman effect. I found my way, and I reach back and I support someone else through the same
But
journey.
the ones who are going through the journey, are they going to be a part of your group or they're not going to be a part of your group? Because that's what I'm trying to understand. They're not.
I don't understand your question.
Okay, so you want the people in your group to have already have some power. They've already been healed. They've been delivered from whatever their situation is, right? Not necessarily.
By nature of you being here at 25 plus years old, you've gone through something.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Maybe I'm
Let
just
me
not.
pause.
Maybe I didn't. I'm
Does that-
It's both. It sounds, and I don't think so. You all, she's asking a question that you're not necessarily keying in on. So it sounds to me your group is going to involve both people who have overcome and people are looking for a hand up while they're going through it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I
So
would
it's a
say-
support group.
I would say every single person in this room is inevitably in that situation
Yes.
right now.
Yes. So
Right.
either you're helping or need help.
Because that's a human experience.
Right.
Right. And those are the women that are in the group.
Okay.
And speaking of Facebook, don't be afraid to do sponsored ads to do your assessment, to offer free assessment.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for the punchline, which is how much it costs. It might take a little while to get to it.
Yeah.
They might have a couple of talks with you before they get to you.
Yeah.
I mean, but once you get them engaged,
Yep.
the email address, even to have an opportunity to have a conversation with them, just keep on going. You're gonna get some more.
That's good.
And just keep offering value too for every
that's
content
the
that you
key.
give value, right? And maybe it's even pieces of your book, chapters from your book or something. Maybe you just give a little bit of that every
Yeah.
That's good.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm starting to do that this Thursday. I've got a theme on rest because my book is Rest is Healing for the Soul. And I talk with women and I say, when you think of rest as a verb, it's relaxing. When you think of it as a position, it's powerful. And so we're going to unpack that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good.
At some point in time, and I'm just asking everybody to come in on this, would it be feasible, because you're providing a service for hurting people that have various illness, wouldn't it be better to shift to a non-profit and get grants to take care of your cost and what you need to handle? Because you got a lot of people that will donate to charities for people that's actually helping people like you're doing.
Yes. That's a great point. I actually do have a nonprofit. So the name of my company is colortocure.com. But I have a nonprofit piece, and the whole color thing is because when I would go into hospitals or to get infusions or whatever for my chemo, the places are colorless. I don't know if you guys have seen that, right? And so we strip the color out of places where people go to heal, and yet when you go to the spa, they're colorful. there's something healing about color. And I have so many donors who said, just point us in the direction, we'll give, we've got the money. The problem has been on the other side, the hospitals. Textiles, getting textiles instead. Because I just said, hey, I just want to come in, and if a patient is in a room, they're getting whatever's going on in their life, they just want to bring color. So they want like a beautiful duvet, or they want just a picture for the wall. Hospitals are so protective. This is what I found over any textiles coming in. They have just put up block after block after block. So I am thinking about the nonprofit side. It's set up. It's just I'm trying to find the right data hospital to help me that will allow me in to do some things. But you're talking about actually like maybe women paying or someone paying for another woman to go through my coaching course. Is that what you're?
No, I think he was talking about structuring all together.
I'm saying there are monies available for nonprofit organizations, and they're in the form of these grants. There are more nonprofit grants out there than anything else. I'm saying at some point, once you're established, you're doing the work, you can apply for some of those grants, and they would give you funding that you need to handle everything, and you won't so much have to be relied on the people that you're helping. Because I could be wrong, but I'm just sitting here looking in. I'm like on the outside looking in, and I'm saying to myself, you're a really good person. If I just found out I had cancer, I don't know how acceptable I would be wanting to, even though I know I need the help. I don't know how acceptable I would be thinking about the money being part of it. Because I'll be so focused on, oh my God, my world is coming to an end.
Yeah.
So there's something to kind of think about.
And in the
But
short
if
term,
you could
I
get
would
the
be
grants, it would
initially.
remove you from that part completely, and that along with your books,
Yes.
that'll make it work.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, anyone who's interested in my book, colorandcure.com, is specifically written for people who are going through. So even the way it's structured, the way it looks, specifically, even the cover of the page is designed if you're too sick to even open the book, the front of the cover ministers to you. Okay, so thank you for the ideas. Really, really good. The coaching, the funnel, the nonprofit. I love the certification program. Thank you for your input about group or one-on-one. It seems like my whole thing about starting with one-on-one is going to be too slow. Start with group. So, all right. Thank you, guys.
They're also trying to figure out their benefit plan. That's one. The second thing is just no response to it because we're gonna go. The second thing is
Shut up.
because
Go ahead.
The second thing was I am familiar that there are lots of people that are life coaches that are coaching. Like you said, there's conference. Lots of people that are coaching. I would suggest, like I did with Eva, that you research the competition, see what's going on in that industry for life coaching. The people that have called themselves coach before and have had to maybe go do something else, like get a 9-to-5 job or something or whatever, but find out what was working, what they did wrong, what they did right, and be able to answer the question, what would differentiate you as a life coach from someone else as a life coach at his place that's been doing it for several years, who may also have gone through health experience, right? Other than the diagnosis and the double chemotherapy and everything, what would differentiate you as someone would want to come to you for life coaching versus, let's say, going to Dr. Indy, who's an actual medical doctor and an internist. You know what I mean? So those were my two
Yes.
two things too that I wanted to add, but I had to go.
Yeah.
That I wanted to contribute.
Totally get it. I can tell you that, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.